The principal author of the Declaration of Independence and one of the architects of modern democracy, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson was born in Shadwell, Virginia on April 13, 1743, the third of 10 children. Jefferson noted that his earliest memory was that of being handed to a slave on horseback and being carried to his family home in Albemarle County. Jefferson's father, Peter, was a planter and a surveyor. Jefferson's mother, Jane Randolph, was the daughter of a ship's captain and a planter. However, Jefferson's father died when Jefferson was only 14. Jefferson inherited nearly 5,000 acres of land, including the current site of Monticello, and over 100 slaves. At the age of 16, Jefferson entered the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. It was there that he immersed himself in the study of mathematics, physics, philosophy, music, languages, and the law. John F. Kennedy said of Jefferson that he was a gentleman of 32 who could calculate an eclipse, survey an estate, tie an artery, plan an edifice, try a cause, break a horse, and dance the minuet. Jefferson continued his lifelong love of learning and education. In fact, by 1815, his personal library included more than 6,500 volumes. After the British troops burned down the Library of Congress in 1814, Jefferson sold more than 6,000 of his own personal books to the U.S. Congress in what now remains the foundation for the current Library of Congress. During Jefferson's initial professional life, he practiced law under his mentor, the notable attorney George Wythe. This slaveholder himself took on a number of suits pro bono for slaves seeking their own freedom. It is likely that during this time, Jefferson honed his beliefs in personal liberty and individual will. Jefferson's political career started in the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1769. He became a delegate to the Second Continental Congress. It was there that Jefferson formed a long-lasting relationship with John Adams. Adams persuaded Jefferson to write the initial draft. Following revisions by Ben Franklin, Jefferson's document was presented to Congress. During the period of debate, Jefferson's text was altered somewhat, and most notably a passage critical of the slave trade was deleted. Nevertheless, the Declaration of Independence remained true to Jefferson's original draft, and most notably the preamble contained a statement of undeniable human rights that all men are created equal. Following U.S. independence, Jefferson served in the Virginia House of Delegates. During that time, he wrote the bill for establishing religious freedom in Virginia. This codified his notion of separation of church and state. Jefferson also drafted another 126 bills in a period of just 3 years. Jefferson was elected governor in 1779. He narrowly escaped capture by the British in Williamsburg and relocated the state capital, Virginia, in Richmond. After serving as governor, Jefferson was elected as a member of the Continental Congress from 1783, and then later became Minister to France, succeeding Ben Franklin. Jefferson was in fact in Paris during the early phases of the French Revolution. He was a supporter of the French Revolution, although he did condemn the violent aspects of the same. Jefferson returned to the U.S. and became Washington's Secretary of State. However, after some contentious disagreements with Hamilton, Jefferson resigned the position and returned to Monticello in December 1793. Jefferson ran as the Democratic-Republican candidate for president in 1796. He came in second to the Federalist candidate, John Adams. However, he had enough votes to secure the vice presidency, and following assumption of this post, he threw himself into the political debates of the time, including presiding over the Senate. Jefferson served 2 terms as president. Jefferson's accomplishments at this time included dealing with large national debt, securing protection of American merchant ships from the Barbary pirates, and completing the Louisiana Purchase from France. This land acquisition doubled the size of the United States. He later sent his childhood friend, Meriwether Lewis, along with Clark, to survey the territory. Jefferson also authorized the construction of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. Jefferson was a man of contradictions and human failings. He was a cunning dealer and manipulator who claimed to disdain politics, a promoter of liberty in his rhetoric and in his actions, but who never freed his own slaves, although at the time many others did. And the man who wrote "All men are created equal" could not escape the slavery views of the South in which he was born. Nevertheless, he was a great man whose words demonstrate the ideals for which the U.S. continues to strive, and whose actions reveal the complexities of human nature and the time in which he lived. Thus, on his obelisk gravestone, he had inscribed, "Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of Independence, of the Statute of Virginia Religious Freedom, and father of the University of Virginia." Jefferson is still referred to in the present tense, as if he just finished a lecture and resides in Monticello, overlooking the university.